But why don't we start off from the top? Taron Egerton is in a movie called She Rides Shotgun. He's a very good actor. He has a wealth of really interesting films. I think the last Taron Egerton film I saw was several months ago, the Netflix film Carry On. Really enjoyed that film. I enjoyed She Rides Shotgun. This movie, it's quote, an explosive action thriller. And Taron Egerton is ex-con Nate. He is recently released from prison. He is being targeted by his enemies. So what happens is Nate, he goes to the school of his 11-year-old daughter, Polly's played by Sophia Heger. Polly's in danger, okay? And Nate is doing whatever he can. He takes her from school. She's been waiting. What?
He might be the reason she's in danger.
Or he might be the reason she's in danger. Okay. So then, okay, you want to frame it that way? That's fine. That's fine. So she is swept up in Nate's dangerous plight, and they are fleeing to evade a corrupt sheriff and brutal leader of a gang. This is the plot synopsis. So Eric, my new thing now is whatever plot synopsis the studio gives us.
I will say, and I'm showing my hand a little bit on what my rating is going to be. That was the one interesting part of the movie.
Oh no!
I do not want to give away the one part of the movie that's like, this part's pretty good. Let's see where this goes, and then where it goes after that. What are you doing? What the hell are you doing?
Okay. With scant resources and no one to trust, Nate and Polly form a bond forged under fire.
Imagine, if you will, Michelangelo just painted the Sistine Chapel. It's like, wow, oh my goodness, this is a masterpiece. And then you look over at Michelangelo's grabbing a box of crayons and climbing up the ladder. It was like, no, wait, what are you doing? Stop right now.
Okay, that's interesting.
Encapsulates this movie a little bit.
That's a very interesting analogy. Eric will paint out or build out on that analogy in a few moments. The movie She Rides Shotgun is based on the book by Jordan Harper. Again, stars Taron Egerton, Sophia Heger, Rob Yang, and John Carroll Lynch. I'm not going to say who he plays, but he possibly plays a pretty important character in this movie. John Carroll Lynch, do you know that name, Eric Holmes? Great character actor.
I do. I love him, and I saw that he was in it. I don't know who he played in this.
He is a very let's just say he's a powerful figure in the movie, Eric.
Hold on.
Yes.
Is he the guy I'm thinking? Did he have a mustache?
Slabtown. He's in this area called Slabtown, and
that was John Carroll Lynch.
That was John Carroll Lynch. Yes. Amazing, right? Is he not? Yeah. Mic drop from Eric Holmes.
Yeah.
He's surprised.
Not a mic drop on me. A mic drop on him.
He's so good.
I already showed my hand. I did not like this movie, or at least where it ended up, but I had no idea that was John Carroll Lynch.
John Carroll Lynch. And John Carroll Lynch, by the way, is the director of a movie from, I think it's 2017. It's called Lucky. Lucky was directed by John Carroll Lynch, his only feature directing effort to this date.
With
Harry Dean
David
Stanton?
Lynch and Harry Dean Stanton?
Yes. Lucky.
Okay.
And that's directed by John Carroll.
David Lynch was in that too, wasn't he?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
So actually,
I imagine that
on his Instagram feed, I just snooped on John Carroll Lynch's Instagram feed. He had a few weeks ago, he had a picture of David Lynch and Harry Dean Stanton and him on the set of Lucky. So he is a very talented individual. Same with a lot of these actors. By the way, this movie, again, it's based on the book by Jordan Harper. That is She Rides Shotgun. It's going to be in theaters on Friday. The running time is 2 hours. It's rated R. Take it away, Eric Holmes, your review.
Oh, sorry. I'm just looking. Let's see if I can look up a picture of John Carroll Lynch from that.
From She Rides Shotgun, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So this movie starts off, they got out of prison. He's basically kidnapping his daughter.
Yeah.
And then, his daughter finds out pretty quickly what's going on because she looks at the TV and, oh, mom and her boyfriend are dead. I wonder who did it. And then so I'm like, okay, but he doesn't seem threatening to her. There's some, obviously he's the prime suspect, but then you see how he's acting. It's like something's not adding up here. So then I'm waiting to see kind of what's really going on, what's going to unfold in front of us. Then once you start to figure that out pretty early on too, the only reason I didn't want to give it away is because it's like that's the last time something interesting in the movie happens, other than John Carroll Lynch apparently playing that character that I had no idea that was him. But yeah, towards the last half of this movie, it gets stupid. And there's a
lack of logic. There's just a lack of logic in the movie.
Yes. Okay. Because this movie starts off with kind of like a Killing of Two Lovers vibe. It's got like a sort of certainly dark, but it's got like a grounded reality to it.
Okay.
And so when you're going to do that, you need to explain to me why a detective, a cop following a case is going to give a fugitive a loaded gun and tell him to go out and do his thing that I'm not going to mention here, but
Mm.
even the thing that he tells him to do. And he's not a dirty cop. He's not painted as it like this was a situation where like he was painted as a dirty cop. It'd be like, yeah, I get that. I don't buy a detective doing that, but I buy you as a detective doing that because the movie always set you up to be dirty and you do stuff like this. There's a part with the shootout where apparently anyone can just wander around. Also, apparently a good place to bring a kid. Hey, we're gonna let Child Protective Services take them? Nah, we'll just bring them to the shootout and then we'll drop them off later. There was a bit with a dog that's no, that's physically impossible. Dogs are incredibly fast, especially ones that are trying to kill humans. I don't even know if that door is unlocked.
That's fair.
Those are just a few things, but there's like some huge logic leaps in this movie that, like I mentioned, if this was like a straight to streaming Liam Neeson movie, or Liam Neeson,
Yeah,
yeah,
fair.
Liam
Yeah.
Neeson. I thought Liam Neeson was the mannerisms. They're fun, but like if this was straight to a streaming Liam Neeson movie, I'd be like, yeah, it's stupid, but whatever. This is what I signed up for. I could forgive all that. But the setup of this is no, we're a serious movie. We're going to take things serious. But then towards the last half, they start doing this stupid cheeseburger kind of action films that you and I love. It doesn't fit with this tone of movie. If Killing of Two Lovers had that kind of stupidity within it, I wouldn't love it as much because you just set this up as like you're taking this serious, and now you clearly everyone that read the script just overlooked everything about this. That there was I cannot oh and I don't even know how to explain it. We got one, two, three. We got four writers on this. Not one of them. Whose fault was this? It's got to be Nick Rowland. He's the director and he's also one of the credited writers. It's like, how do you not see that this does not make sense? Go back and rewrite it to where it makes sense. I don't know who the first writer is. My guess is that the first writer or one of the previous writers had it down to where it's like, yeah, this is dumb, but then someone wanted this scene, and the only way to get there is to break logic and then have this stupid thing happen to get to that scene. And yeah, the idea that you can make a bad movie out of a good screenplay, true.
Mm.
That like people say like the screenplays are good, but then they ruin it during production. But Nick Rowland's the director and he's a credited writer. I got to imagine that maybe one of the previous screenplays were great and then he rewrote some of the stuff to add the stupid in. I don't know. I don't know what the writing process is, but I do know that watching this script was not ready to be filmed when they shot it. Otherwise, someone would have said something and said, "Hey, no, this doesn't make sense," or "Hey, stop. Let's A and B doesn't work in the world that we set up. Let's go back and see if we can figure something out." And it was incredibly disappointing because it had such a strong start, at least from my perspective. I know we talked offline. Bruce had some other issues. I don't know that I quite agree with some of the issues he brought up, but I'll listen to it and maybe maybe have him
Mm.
detail it a little more what he was thinking. But yeah, my biggest issue was yeah, the tone they set up was shaping up to be a really cool, great thriller, and it just ended up just kept getting more and more stupid as it went on.
Just a stupid movie. She Rides
Yes,
Shotgun from Eric Holmes.
yes.
What is your rating on She Rides Shotgun?
I do want to say Anna Sophia Hedger,
Heger? Yeah, I'm assuming.
Hager,
Yeah.
Taron Egerton for that, and certainly John Carroll Lynch. I think just in general, the acting was really good in this. That this would be, I can see this being like a movie that someone else would see this and go, "This is stupid," and then they'd also flippantly say, "And the acting's bad." No, the acting is not bad in this. The acting is quite great in this, which is also another thing that hurts
Yeah.
because the story is so not. The plot is so like all the stuff the characters get into. But yeah, Anna Hedger is excellent in this,
Yeah, she's
and
great.
you get like a little. Anytime you get like a child actor that's as good as she is, I'm always rooting for her. Even though I hated this movie, I hated the last half of this movie. But
Mm.
even though I did not like this movie, I still want to see her kind of being something. I want to see her be in a movie that the first half of this movie promised. I want her to see in that movie because she could probably do great things. And at her age, it's always exciting watching a young actor like that just really, really kill it. Even in something as bad as this, it's like, dude, you committed. Good on you.
So what is your rating on She Rides
Oh,
Shotgun?
probably. I want to give it 2 stars.
Okay.
I want to give it like 1 star, but that first half was really good. So it's got a bump for that. And it's the Taron Egerton. John Carroll Lynch, the fact that
He
he's even
plays,
in this.
yeah,
And
plays a
then now that I know who he is, I'm like, and like I know who he played now, but I still can't picture him in my head. Usually as someone points it out, it's like, oh, of course. I'm like, okay, that must be who he is, but I still don't believe it. I need to go back and look at it. But yeah,
very,
acting's great. First half is started off promising as hell, and then just something between the one of the four writers really crapped the bed on this one because there is logic leaps in this that are inexcusable, inexcusably stupid.
inexcusably stupid. Eric Holmes gave it 2 stars. For me, very quickly, She Rides Shotgun. All of the problems that Eric Holmes has, I see with that, with the lapses of logic and whatnot. Still, for me, this was an elevated action thriller that I really enjoyed and wouldn't mind watching again. Like Eric said, very good performances from Taron Egerton and Anna Sophia Heger. Anna Sophia Heger, to me, steals the show. She's fantastic in this movie. You're actually
Yes.
with her throughout the entire movie. A lot of it from her POV, or some of it's from Taron's POV as well as Nate is going through his problems. And basically, everyone wants it's on their tail, and they are marked for you know what. The fates are closing in on them. It's a race against time thriller. It is a genre-fied thriller. It has those situations where it's very heightened. There's a third act. Eric vaguely, understandably mentions a shooting or shootout towards a third act. That's a very big, blown out third act spectacle, which we're not going to get into, but it's visually arresting. Even if Eric had problems with the logic, there are some
Yeah,
beautiful.
so to your point right there, the staging of the action, no issues with that.
Oh, yeah.
It's the plot stuff that happens around the action where I'm like, no, this,
Yeah.
no, that would never happen.
I
Not in
re-
a thousand. This is only happening because it needed to in the script. There is no other reason this happens.
There's a really cool car chase sequence as well in the middle of the movie. There are some action sequences, but all that said, this is a 2 hour movie. And for me, what all really made it work was the relationship between the father and daughter. Like we were saying, some really good performances. I like the father daughter dynamic within the framework of this genre piece. Rob Yang, he plays a detective. I'm not going to say whether he's good or bad or corrupt, but his he has interesting motives regarding the plot machinations of this movie. And the aforementioned John Carroll Lynch is all very, very interesting. Nick Rowland, I forgot the name of the movie that he did before this. I think the movie
Floodlights, Calm with Horses, Heart
Calm with
Sun.
Horses. Yes,
There you
Calm
go.
with Horses. I think that movie stars, I think it was released in 2019 or 2020. It stars Cosmo Jarvis and Barry Keoghan. And that movie, I think, as of this recording, is currently streaming on Prime Video. I want to see it because I really enjoyed what didn't work for Eric Holmes. Think of me as the other side of the coin. I was with this movie from the jump. Usually, I prefer my genre thrillers to be 90, 95 minutes at the most. But for 2 hours, I didn't mind that. Of course, again, this is based on Jordan Harper's book. I didn't mind the actual story was actually blown out for an extra half hour. I was not bored. I liked every single second of it. I'm in the minority this week. My rating for She Rides Shotgun and the ending itself, which Eric and I will talk about for our Patreon members, and we'll release it on our CinemAddicts YouTube next week as well for our spoilers. We have a lot of spoilers on the channel. Please support us on the CinemAddicts YouTube channel if you can. But yeah, memorable ending for She Rides Shotgun.
And
Probably not memorable for
unless
Eric.
you worked on She Rides Shotgun and you don't want to, I get it.
Eric gets it. So my rating
I,
for yes, Eric.
so yeah, one of the credited writers is Jordan Harper, so that's probably because but it doesn't say based on a true story next to him on the IMDb. So maybe they wrote the screenplay. I don't
I don't
know.
know if it's
I
based on.
wonder. I'm starting to wonder now if the because I'm curious to read the book now.
Mm,
Because did the book maintain that promise that the beginning had, and the book made sense, or is the book bad and they just properly adapted it?
yeah,
This is a problem with complaining about writing. You never know.
you never know.
There's a million different things that could happen in the writing process. I will point out that Nick Rowland, I would certainly watch another movie Nick Rowland does,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
long as he doesn't touch the screenplay.
Oh boy. So
And unless because he's also credited the writer and the director, I have to imagine some of this stupid.
mm,
The buck has to stop with him because if you're writer and director, like who else is at fault? The producer ahead of you said do the stupid thing. Like
yeah.
I guess maybe.
So again, Eric said it's stupid. I was fine with I don't think it was stupid. I liked it. I was completely opposite. I really enjoyed She Rides Shotgun. Out of respectability, I was gonna give this movie 4 stars just because of the rating that Eric gave it. But I'll be
Just
honest,
to weigh it the other way.
I really love this movie. She Rides Shotgun for me. I love the performances. I love the action. I love where it went. I love the intensity. The third act shootout was really well done for me. And yeah, I don't know. There's some heightened stuff in it, but I went along with it. Okay, the caveat is when you listen to Eric's review and when you listen to Bruce's review, there is a legitimate complaint is how are you going to, it must be traumatic. Anna Sophia Heger, she plays an 11-year-old, and what her character goes through in this movie is so traumatic. So if you don't want to see a child in peril movie or you're not into that kind of plot situation, it's very heightened here, okay? So this is a big warning. It's a child in danger from minute one, and it never stops. So if you are hesitant about that, do not see She Rides Shotgun because it has some trigger warnings for children. Okay, it's really, I haven't seen many films where kids were in so much danger as far as the plot goes. But all that said, maybe I'm a sociopath. That was fine with me watching the whole thing. 4.5 stars for me for She
Hey,
Rides Shotgun. What a
Greg, you know what I have
four
to
and a half
say
star.
about that?
What? No, I'm stupid. What?
You know what? No, you don't know what I have to say about the children in danger.
Yes.
Get the bleep button ready.
Oh, get the bleep. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna edit
You got the bleep button ready?
Okay. Oh, yeah. And then no, I can't. I don't know. I'll cut it though. Just remind me to cut it.
All right,
Put it in. Yes.
man. Greg, them kids.
Okay. All right. So that is She Rides Shotgun. 2 stars for Eric and a bleep, and 4.5 stars for me. Wait till hear what Bruce has to say over at the cinematic again.
It's still
in theaters-
PG-13. That was our one F bomb.
in theaters Friday. Yes, Friday, August 1st. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. For more movie and television reviews and interviews, please subscribe to my Deepest Dream channel. Like, comment, share, subscribe. And as always, thanks so much for your support. Take care.